this is your November forecast for 2021, and the planets are waking up. We've been talking about the retrogrades over these last few months where things have been moving somewhat slowly for many of us, right? But now with Jupiter and Saturn and also Pluto waking up, moving forward, you're going to start seeing traction taking place. And the good news for you, Libra, is that we have a full second house of money and income for you, where you're going to have the new moon this month on the 4th alongside and powered up with the Sun and Mars. Now, the Sun is you, Mars is that goal, that dedication that you have. So I can see how all of your focus on how you can bring in more wealth. More, and when I say wealth, we're not just talking money. It's the sense of self, your values, your inner values, and how you can up this to a higher level. And the new moon, of course, is when we place our intentions. So what should your intentions be this month here, Libra? Well, it should be on how can I manifest more? And how can I manifest it in an easy way? Not in a very difficult, hard way, but in a playful way. Because when Mars is there, the energy, it's like getting a free ride, okay? Because it's going to propel itself, so to speak. So whatever you're focusing on, I feel that this month it's really going to give you new opportunities, or to speak your truth, or bring yourself out there where you can really start attracting some of that. So on the 4th, your new moon intentions should all be about your focus on how to move forward in this area. What I love about that is that this month, when it comes to the full moon, well, we have a partial lunar eclipse taking place on the 19th in your 8th house. Now, the 8th house is also a financial house. It's on the opposite end of your 2nd house of money and income. The 8th house is more your investments, right? Your bank accounts and how you could be growing this. Some of you might be looking at investing in new things that can actually be quite potent for you. The lunar eclipse also, of course, shuts certain doors. So for you, some of you Libras, you might be looking at the way you might have your loans. Maybe you have them a little scattered, credit cards and whatnot. You might be looking at, maybe you want to consolidate them, or to go through your accounts to see, do you have anything on autopay that's just running in the background, draining your account without you using whatever those autopays are for? You might want to look at that, cut back on it. It will set you free. That lunar eclipse is, of course, then in the sign of Taurus, which is your 8th house. It's on the 19th, 27 degrees. So if you have any other planets at 27 degrees, this lunar eclipse might be affecting those areas as well. So make sure that you look out for it. But the 8th house is also the house of intimacy, right? So you might be looking at what's working for you, and everything that works well, that is great. What is no longer working for you, this eclipse can just come to eclipse it out of your life, saying, that's not doing it for me anymore, and so be it. Don't be afraid to shut certain doors. These eclipses, they actually help us take not just a leap forward, but a quantum leap forward, where we can gain in the future much faster those things, as if it hadn't been for the eclipse. And I can see how you've been looking for change for quite a while, Libra. Uranus has been working there for a long time now. It is still retrograde and will be. Both Neptune and Uranus is still in retrograde, but it's underlying that energy of wanting change. This eclipse can help you speed that up, right? So shut whatever doors you need to kind of free yourself, find your wings, and you will not be sorry. Now, this lunar eclipse is also very transformative, because it's in this beautiful aspect of Pluto, which is all about transformation. This is coming from your 4th house, which has to do with your home, your family, your foundation, who you are on the inside. Again, I'm seeing this need for inner transformation, and Pluto is now direct in this area. So Pluto is already starting to bring to you that inner personal transformation. Uranus up there has been wanting to change the value system of it. The eclipse will just help punch this out for you. You will love it. I am quite sure. And so if you, on the 4th, with the new moon, kind of think about your value systems, what works and what doesn't, and what you want more of, then that can power this lunar eclipse on the 19th. So keep that in mind. And then we have Jupiter and Saturn. They are moving forward in the area of the 5th house, which is all about fun and play, self-expression, creativity, romance also. Jupiter wants to expand this and Saturn wants to anchor it in. So yes, some of you, especially those of you who might be single Libra, might find that now is a time where a new relationship could be calling you to the forefront. Your intuition is opening up. Saturn is saying it is time to anchor in somebody who could be a good partner. We're not talking marriage. That's the 7th house. 5th house is more companionship. Somebody that you can share time with in a very creative and loving way. Already on November 1st, you might receive some good news if you've been waiting for it. It is Mercury and Jupiter in a beautiful trine, kind of signaling off something that is important to you on a personal level, because Mercury will then be in your 1st house, pinging off on that 5th house Jupiter. So great news on the 1st. So the 1st, the 4th, and the 19th of November are very important days to circle in on your calendar for dates of change. That first week now of November, well, we have Venus, which is all about love and romance and anything that's beautiful in your life. It is in your 3rd house for communication. So I can see how you've been communicating a lot about a love, maybe to your friends or your siblings. 3rd house is about travel, short distance travel. So some of you might have been having some short distance journeys to catch up with siblings or friends that live out of town. But now it's more like looking at where you want to take it, right? It's going to personalize even more so after the first week of November, when Venus moves into your 4th house, which has to do with home and family, your roots, but it's also who you are on the inside. You're going to be embodying that Venus and wanting to beautify that Venus. So that, alongside with everything else that is expanding, I think this could be a great month for you to feel that you're all on board and preparing for the holidays, not to say the least. Of course, it's going to be a great month for it with Venus in this area. So you Libras are going to have very close, tight-knit family associations here in November. So that's Thanksgiving, of course. And it could be potent. It can be quite, I won't say fiery, but transformatively as Pluto is there. Okay, so there's like some deep sense seated healing that can go on within the family for you Libras. So that is more so the short and the skinny. Be aware of the new moon on the 4th, the eclipse on the 19th, and I would suggest go listen to your moon and rising sign, because the eclipse is also going to be affecting your moon and rising sign reading to see where else is this eclipse going to be affecting you or your partner here this month. All right, I'll see you next month, Libra. Have a good one. Bye now.